Well, on the track now, the athletes ready for this women's mile. 8 laps of the track. Lindsay Gallo of the USA back in setting their fastest time, 4:27 for this year. Mary Slaney's record, 4:20. Gosh, look at that, almost 30 years ago. Let's have a look at some of these individuals.
Well, this is Carmen Douma-Hussar of Canada. Will be 34 years old next month. Really has become an indoor runner primarily. Her personal best there. Canadian records both. 3-time NCAA champion when she was at Villanova, being coached by Marcus O'Sullivan, a pretty good indoor runner in his own right at his time.
And watch out too for Heidi Dahl. She's in very good form. Run 2:01 for 800 meters last month at New York's Armory, and third at Milrose last week. Over 1,500 meters. Her personal best, only 4:36, and that's due for some rewriting, I think, for Dahl. And a chance to look at this field. Some 11 starters out there. Wide on the outside there, Sheila Reid with the white band in her hair, the white ribbon in her hair, in third place in that group as you look at them behind Shinkins, who drops out there. And the half-mile split was indeed on the slow side as they go into the back straight. And now we begin to see a bit of racing, but I think it's pretty clear, Dwight, that they've opted to not go for a quick time here today. Nobody's really taken the race by the horns.
And you can see that by the way they bunched up. Everyone is in this race. They went through just under 2:20, which is pedestrian pace. We might see that from the girls' mile, high school mile. But a lot of Villanova athletes in here who know how to run indoors. Marcus O'Sullivan, who run his share of world championships in indoor running, has certainly trained them well. They've always trained that way. And this track, as you've mentioned, a mecca for middle distance running. As we now see the pace picking up a little bit, you'll see back there in the purple top, Treniere Moser, formerly Treniere Clement, is not getting her legs going underneath her. And with this pace, she should be in it.
Well, Charlotte Browning took the lead there, but she hasn't really done anything. Not quite sure why she did that, the Briton. Sheila Reid hits the front now, 2.5 laps to go. Coming through there is Carmen Douma-Hussar in second place. She's always been there or thereabouts. This is a determined surge from Reid there. The Canadian 21-year-old, 2010 NCAA cross-country champion. She's certainly got the strength. That's why she's making this long run for home. But she's been covered every stride of the way here by the Canadian, her teammate Carmen Douma-Hussar.
And Moser's making a move on the outside. This pace went out slow enough that the athletes with speed are really at an advantage here if they've done enough strength work to keep up with this. Now Reid putting the pedal down to try and take the kick out of everyone.
Well, I'd have expected Dahl to be further up there, but she's back in about 7th place at the moment, really suffering as they come to the bell. And it's Reid who leads. She'll run the shortest line around these tight bends on this indoor circuit. Douma-Hussar in second place. And Reid giving it everything at the moment with that white strip in her hair. In third place, there is Hilary Stellingworth. She's having a good run. And down in 4th place, there is Muncan of Serbia and Villanova. But that's an impressive surge into the final bend from Douma-Hussar. And she's got the gap. She's got the daylight. 2 meters there for Douma-Hussar. Pushing it on strongly here is the Canadian. We knew she was the class act. Former medalist at the World Indoors. Is she going to hang on? Oh, it's incredibly tight. Muncan gets there, or does she? 4:34.48. To get the time, it's not fast. It was a tactical affair. And the finish of the race there with Hussar crashing to the track. It shows that all too well, very graphically. Boy, oh boy, it was tight. Muncan left it very, very late indeed. I would have expected a better run there maybe from Heidi Dahl off that great 800 last month. But we can take a look now at that final lap and all the big moves.
Well, you had to know that the way they went out, Tim, that they were playing right into the athletes who have the speed. Moser just didn't have it today, but Muncan has superior 800-meter speed over the rest of the athletes in this field. And she puts her head down, is very smart about the way she makes her move. While Douma-Hussar there making the move just before 100 meters to go. Muncan keeps within herself, realizes she's got enough time off the turn. She goes wide there, and she's got a heck of a head of steam going. Douma-Hussar thinks she has it, but Muncan is in a full sprint, even losing a bit of form there at the top, and just times it perfectly at the tape. Hussar hits the deck. Nothing worse than being passed right at the end. It really puts you off your stride. What a well-timed burst there the last 50 meters.